Hello, everyone, and welcome here to the super short Thursday morning sports stream. The only reason I call it the super short sports, the super short sports stream is usually on Thursdays only go for about an hour and a half instead of 2 hours like the other day. So without delay, let's go ahead and jump in it with this game against the Nets.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. In this game, we'll see the Indiana Pacers against the Brooklyn Nets. Looking at the Nets, playing under 500
yesterday, we had
basketball
that
over the last 10 games.
thrilling
They can do better,
overtime
and they'll try to get on the
victory,
winning side
which I
tonight.
scored 43 points.
And you might remember the last time we saw
Don't
Freak
know the
on
next time
court,
we're
he
going to
was
see me
putting
do
up
have that
gigantic
kind of
numbers,
performance.
A huge career high for him and an amazing performance. Kenny, how impressive was that for
Oh,
you?
they're
Putting up the numbers
talking
that he
about it
just
right
did,
now.
That's something only elite players in the NBA can do. This was the coming out, I'm going to say it, the coming out party of Freak.
You know, he's quickly risen up the charts. Many around the league with that performance, they're going to see that. Let me say it in my Dick Vitale voice. Get ready, baby. He's a PTPer, baby. The Freak has arisen.
That was pretty convincing.
I thought he was here.
Not bad at all.
Not in this game.
Let's go out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports
That
crew.
was really good. I have
Always a
arisen.
majestic view of the War Memorial here in downtown Indianapolis. It's the Pacers in Indianapolis as we bring you an Eastern Conference contest. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and
Try to do
courtside
your
Doris
stretches.
Burke. And, of course, Kyle Singler. It's a big day for him playing with his new Pacer teammates for the first time.
You know, that trade that you mentioned isn't making front page news, but sometimes the best trades are the quiet ones. But I really believe this is going to pay dividends for this team in the future.
Yeah, you don't always have to make the huge splash.
There's a nice start to the game.
Impact. A lot of times when you can just fill voids and find the right role players, that can be equally as important.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Johnson. Brook Lopez out there with Bargnani. Then there's Mo Williams, and it's Butler in at the 2. Now here's Williams.
I still forgot to go and look to see if I can find something on that Kyle
6 on the shot
Singler
clock.
trade.
Lopez a screen. Beyond the arc. Cannot hit, and Indiana will go the other way with it. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
They needed a few extra minutes to get the W in that game, but they got it just the same.
Ellis.
I like the way they handled themselves in that overtime period, Greg. They had a whole lot left in their game in that extra period.
We play just over a minute here in the first. Picked by Bargnani.
Bargnani,
It's
huh?
Williams with the drive to the paint. 11
Whoop.
feet away. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Well, he knew how many
Gave
inches
him
he had
just a
over
little
the
bit
guy.
too
I
much
mean, let's
space
face
there.
it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
George against Johnson.
No!
Here's Hill. Connects on the foul line jumper.
Yay!
Hill's got his first basket of the night.
Crisis
Really
averted.
nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Brooklyn. And of course, he said a big key for them will be trying to minimize Monte Ellis's impact offensively. He added, he's one of the best in the league at blowing by his defender and finishing at the rim. We've got to force him left, and then at the other end, make sure we go at him defensively and see that he expends some energy there as
No!
well.
Oh, George.
Kevin, defense not Ellis's strong suit. Seems like a smart plan.
Thanks again, Doris. And the ball travels out
No.
of bounds. It was last touched by George. Well, you know your low post
At
players
least he
are going
made
to
up
take a lot of
for
trips to the
not
foul
giving
line.
up the fast
So
break.
it helps to have big men who can drain free throws like this group can. Freak number 1.
And with
Look at
those
that
numbers at the
sexy
free throw line, he
96%.
should be trying to get there as
I
often
think I
as
lead the
possible.
league, too.
Operating among the big bodies in the paint, he gets those chances.
Yeah, and it allows him to be physical. A defender has to be careful not to body him up and make too much contact, because then you send him to the line, and those are points that usually are automatic.
Nope.
Moore with the block.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
And George gets it to go.
Superb playmaking from
Perfect.
Monte Ellis. That dish was right on time.
Perfect.
Nets trail by 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Bargnani a screen on Hill. Outside Williams. Picked by Bargnani. Williams kicks to Bargnani. Moore with the block.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first
Try
5
that.
To the middle. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Hill against Bargnani. Kicks to Williams.
Hoping I can maybe draw a foul there.
Back to Bargnani. Unloads from 13. And good as it rattles through the hoop.
Just no
Well,
chance for
it's
the
not
small
my fault
defender
that Hill
to block
suddenly
that
decided
shot.
to switch.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
The drive by Hill. And a wide open look for Freak. Yes,
Buried
it's
it.
Ellis picking up the assist. Moore's got 5 now.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very
Hoping
good
for
start
me to score
offensively as a
43 points
result.
again. I don't know if that's going to
Johnson
happen.
outside. Inside, Williams passes to Lopez. Lands soft on the front of the rim.
Yeah, I'm
and
not
drops.
sure where Hill
And
went on
just
that
solid
one.
play out of them that time.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Hill. Mike Scott comes in for Freak. Hill, he's checked in for George. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Ellis. Now here's Hill.
How they haven't? Did they even score at all there? I think they might have gotten 3 points. Where am I? What am I doing out here? Who are you? I don't know what's going. Oh,
Here's Jack. 9 points last game out. On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Johnson is out there with Robinson. Then it's Thornton. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Jack in at the point. Now here's Johnson. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Toronto. For 3. Count it, and the pace of lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Thornton.
You can't afford to get him
Thornton,
that
here's
kind
a
of
who?
look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
yeah,
And
that
it's
wasn't going to
sent back
happen.
by Lopez. And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. George, that's a 2-pointer. It's good for his second.
Play.
He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it
Gotta
is
do that
never
once per
going to
episode.
be an easy night for you.
Johnson outside. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
That
A
worked.
moment here to check out the stats for Lopez. 3rd in blocks. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And I like the fact that he's committed to dominating in that category as a shot blocker. His awareness and hustle really off the chart.
Oh,
The Pacers making a change here.
so
Allen's
close to
checked
him.
in. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Butler's checked in.
And with
Rare
the offense
playing
getting
time
right
for
to the
Allen.
rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And the Nets making a change here. Bargnani's checked in. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Magic was simply
Ah.
terrific. He had 43 points, and he tallied those points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a roll like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to.
Apparently, they're not really
thoroughbred
concerned
like
about
him,
that.
I think you got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
Now here's Johnson. He hasn't scored yet. That
Only
I'm
scored
sure will
5
change.
points.
Lopez, right side. It's rebounded by Indiana. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
And they dropped the season series to these guys a year ago. Not their proudest moment.
Greg, a team that on paper they expect to beat.
Boom! There we go.
Against the bottom feeder. We'll see if they can
Now I got the
handle that
mojo
end of the
going
bargain
again.
here tonight. Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra
Oh,
on that.
I thought I got a hand on
Glad
that.
he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
The Nets making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Ellis with it. Butler covering. Ellis off a pick from Moore. And that one's good, Ellis. Ellis has got 5 points so far.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
A whole bunch and a couple of dunks,
Butler
too.
against Ellis. Williams attacking. And it's Lopez at the elbow. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Stuckey. Indiana leading by 12. Pass to Moore.
Let's see.
Allen,
Ellis.
right side.
Ooh,
fouled hard
wow.
that time. He'll
I
get
thought
to the
that was
line
just a
and
straight
shoot two.
block.
Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at Indiana. They've got their eye on the
And
number one
Brooklyn's
seed as the
way
season moves
down
into
at the
final
bottom.
stretch.
Wow,
Currently first
Chicago's
place in the
completely out of
standings,
it.
And guys showing no signs of letting up. And of course, Brooklyn just way behind.
And seeing where the Nets are, nobody was calling on them to kind of set the world on fire. But even those modest expectations have yet to be realized.
Yeah, you know, Greg, it's been a shame for their fan base, too, because they haven't really had much to be optimistic about to this point.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
You know, they've changed their game here in the second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
Get in
And
there.
the shot is good from Stuckey.
No, he didn't. Did he just break out the finger roll? That's nice.
Nets trail by 15.
I didn't realize I was going to keep my dribble there, or else I would have kept going. I thought I was picking up my dribble. That's why I threw it to Stuckey. But hey, I'll take the assist.
We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what the Nets coach was going over with his team. He touched on his desire to see them make heavy use of the pick and roll for the rest of the game. Keep setting those screens, fellas. Those were his exact words. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing,
George Hill,
patience,
that
and
is.
teamwork. Those were the messages.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the
Little
deficit
defensive
before
breakdown
halftime.
there.
Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris. It's the Nets now. The Pacers making the shot. Bargnani is screen on George, and it's Johnson penetrating, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
They started the game
I was
off
trying to play
tortoise-like,
both
but
him
their
and
offense coming
Bargnani.
to life.
Yeah, they've got a little bit more pep in their step as they start to put together some rhythm.
And it's Hill. That time the assist by George. Hill's got 5 now.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their pass.
Nice rebound,
the
Hill.
edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now Williams. Paul George missing from long range. Outside Williams. And the pass to Blatch. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Indiana leading by 15. Hill drives in. That's tipped. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. Indiana making some changes. Turner comes in for Hill, and Mike Scott subbed in for George. Then for the Nets,
Woo, nice
Robinson's
block.
checked in for Bargnani. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Johnson.
Come on, we got to recover
and
that
Thornton
one.
in for Rasul Butler. Here's Blatch. An 11-point game for him in the win against Toronto. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
The earthquake.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way
Nope,
you're supposed
not even
to here in this first half.
Another thing they've been able to really get going so far tonight has been the 3-ball, the long-range shooting.
Jarrett Jack is checked in for the Nets. The Pacers have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Outside Hill.
Move the ball. Stick it to
All sorts of time. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss
This guy
that
needs
shot
to stop
next time he
shooting
takes
from
it.
mid-range. Scott, that
Pass to
is.
Jack. And Turner with the block. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And Moore kicks to Scott. Terrific.
There we
assist
go.
and nice finish. Solid play all around.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Thornton up on top. He's guarded by Hill. Thornton against Hill. Thornton passes to Hollis Jefferson. Baseline try. Oh, and he just knocked
wow.
down the buzzer beater.
And that's a big bone.
Nice shot. I'll have to hand it to him on that one.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and he's the ringleader of their offense. And what we saw in that first half with his ability to keep everybody involved is the reason why they're playing
Not
well.
a good shot
And that's
to take.
just the thing. I mean, he knows how to share the sugar. He makes sure everybody gets a touch, and that keeps the offense balanced and productive.
All fueled up and ready to go.
Booga,
Let's
booga,
reset the
booga,
runners,
booga.
courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court
He always
for
looks
Indiana.
like he's questioning
Moore
something
in
with
at
the
power
raised
forward.
eyebrow.
Ellis is out there with George Hill. Then it's Paul George, and it's Hill in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one.
Nice
so
shot.
far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Here's Williams. Following the basket by George Hill. Lopez a screen. Outside Williams. The Nets need to get a shot off here.
Uh-oh.
No good from Bargnani.
Oh! Yay.
Pacers leading by 14. In the corner, George with it. Good, the assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 3 assists now in this one.
Offense is rolling.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Bargnani sets the screen for Williams to the middle. Bargnani kicks to Lopez. Hits the jumper in space. Lopez has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas.
Spacing.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. A wonderful string of games he's put together
Wow.
here lately.
First
in field goal percentage.
100% free throw. Okay, I don't know why we needed a zoom in close-up of his armpit. Old spot.
Pacers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And George, here we go. He got right to the cup using that screen. George has got 5
This
points.
is an assist
type
of game
Played
for
an
me.
important role in their offense today, guys.
I've
Without
got 3
him, they may
assists and
not
then
be
just
in
setting
the
up teammates with screens. Oops, I skipped past the coaching
Right
directive.
around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter.
Oh, and my camera's where it's at, so I'm not going to be able to tell. Yeah, I couldn't read it. Oh, well.
And here is Williams. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Clock at 6. Picked by Bargnani. Williams attacking. Moore
Get out of
with the
here!
ball. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. The Pacers making a change here. Stuckey's checked in.
Welcome fans to the FIBA World Championships.
For 3, Williams. Again, the miss by Williams.
That.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit
Woohoo!
advantage
That
on the
little fast
scoreboard.
break.
They've taken the initiative. They've played,
Nice little
I think, with
interesting
more purpose.
Shot there,
so far.
high arcing.
Here's Johnson after the made shot from Monte Ellis. Bargnani dishes to Johnson. Good. Johnson's got his second bucket tonight.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Ellis. And Butler sends it back. And they get it back.
But it went
And
right
the
to
basket
Hill.
by Hill.
What a big-time mismatch it's been in the post. Where's the defensive adjustment? They're getting housed down there.
Yeah, something's got to change. A double team, maybe a substitution, but this is getting out of hand.
Now here's Williams. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Bargnani kicks to Lopez.
Keep an eye on
5 to
Bargnani
shoot.
when he goes
Paul
out that
George
far.
with the
Uh-oh.
By himself.
Bye-bye.
Throws down the breakaway
nice
jam.
reverse slam.
Reversed that one home. Now that was nice, real nice.
The agility on display.
Yeah, you love that body control.
How about the power and grace on that finish?
Here is Williams following the score by Indiana. Lopez left side. Can't get it to go. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home.
Move the ball.
Williams
Stick it
against
to Rush.
Stuckey. Dishes it to Hill. Indiana moving it around. 4 on the clock. Stuckey can't get it to go. Nets trail by 21.
You know, after scoring 43 points, you think they
Johnson
pass it
outside.
to you every now and then.
Trey. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Clear look at the hoop. He
You would
doesn't miss
think.
many of those.
Stuckey kicks to Ellis. To the inside.
Ah.
Scored by Bargnani.
He had the angle on that one.
George against Johnson. Bargnani sets the screen for Johnson. Tries again. Shot's good from Bargnani. Bargnani's got 9.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
George passes to Moore. Great touch on the 16-footer. 9
Nice little
points in the
step
game
back.
so far.
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
Oh, it was run the fast break. Okay, well, we did. You got an A- on it, not bad.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what the Nets coach was going over with his team. He's looking for
You
some
talk to me.
old-fashioned
I don't wanna
offense
talk
right
to you.
now.
Blah, blah,
He wants
blah.
the
I'm
pick
not
and roll to be the
listening.
centerpiece of their game plan at that end of the floor. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good.
Okay, we can stop looking at this guy. Okay, thank you.
Pacers leading by 21 on the court for the Nets getting the fourth quarter going. Robinson is out there with Brook Lopez. Then there's Johnson. Then it's Thornton. And it's Jack in at the 5. Johnson outside. To the inside. Moore with the block.
Nope.
An even 3-on-3 break. And there's Paul
Except we had the step.
on the assist by Hill. And
So
it's 13
it wasn't
points
really
here
all
for
that
George.
even.
And look at how the
Numbers
hustle
wise
game
it
has been
was.
going for the Pacers.
Position-wise,
Their
it was clearly in
defense
favor
has
of
been
us.
outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnover.
Well, I might as well just stay down here.
Drops in the breakaway layup. 10 points in the game for Stuckey.
Boy, the fast break has really been good to them here, and they're clicking in transition.
Yeah, 3 of their last 5 scores have come from fast break opportunities. They have made the most of their chances. Wow, got that one
It's an
off
easy shot
right
for
in
him
the
to make.
face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
And the foul called on Freak.
What?
That'll be his second foul of the game.
Boy, did he.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Hill, he's checked in for Turner. Freak comes in for Allen. Monte Ellis, he's checked in for Bullard. And George Hill's subbed in for Young. Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for the Nets. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Stauskas.
Okay. Always get stuck after these simulations. Like
And
the
we're
game's
about
trying to
3.5
catch
minutes
up.
into the fourth quarter. Hill against Jack. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Indiana leading by 15. Outside, George passes to Moore.
Oh,
One by
no.
Robinson. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Hollis Jefferson.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
The Pacers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter.
You know what?
Oh,
Tried
I
to
had
step
a
in
wide
and cut
open
him off,
pass,
but just
dude.
didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg. Some good numbers for him.
Oh,
9
I had
points.
the
He has
step.
1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
Curse
The
you,
Nets making
Thornton,
a
for,
switch here.
for
Ariani
fouling.
is checked in for Thomas Robinson. Johnson comes in for Hollis Jefferson. Rasul Butler's checked in for Marcus Thornton. And it's Williams in for Jarrett Jack. Johnson. The Pacers pull it in. Moore's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Yeah, and they've been on the winning end. I mean, effort is one thing you can always control in addition to attitude. I would credit this lead to force
What?
of will.
Oh,
You
come
can
on,
see
me.
he just rushed that
Wow,
a little bit.
43
Lost
points
the
and I can't
focus,
hit
I
that
think.
shot.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Pacers.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
No, they didn't. They found their way inside effectively all game long. Penetration always produces results.
Can't even crack
And these
double
guys
digits
already
in
with
this game.
45 wins on the year. So tonight we'll make it 46.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us, Greg, that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Freak. He came out and let everyone know that points would be hard to come by.
There we
with
go.
The way he swatted away
My
shots
my
and
defensive
protected
game has
the
been
rim.
strong and
that's
everything
just
else.
a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to
Slow
celebrate
scoring
a
night, though.
W.
Well, let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to let their guys hear it.
Lopez, a screen on Hill. Williams can't get it to go.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Oh,
Well, they say you should shoot
My
your way
momentum
out of
took
it,
me
but
too far.
his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
And here's Hill for three, and a clear foul there. As he
Oh,
shot
no.
the triple. He'll go
Okay,
to the
well, I guess
line
we'll
for
end the
3 free
game
throws.
with a couple of free throws.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
Wow,
Good on
5
the second
blocks
free
in this
throw.
game.
And he can't make it 3 for 3. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win.
Pretty solid win there. Points were down, but stat stuffing everywhere else. Oh, I still got player of the game, too. Must be because of my awesome defense.
Yes, I'm here with Paul George. And Paul, a strong defensive effort for your team, and it seems like this is a major part of this team's identity.
I mean, we take pride in our defense. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what we hang our hats on is, locking down when it counts. And we stayed together and pulled this one out.
Championships rely heavily on defense, Paul. It's a great place to start. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris.
The 2K Sports postgame
Thanks,
show.
Doris.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Freak. He was the steady and reliable hand throughout the game tonight, stepping into more of a leadership role in this performance tonight.
His field goal percentage was excellent, up over 60%. This was a player in total control of his game. He didn't try to do too much. He didn't get reckless, just took what the defense gave him.
When Freak puts it all together, it's no contest to who the best player on the court is. He was outstanding tonight. His feel and understanding of the game were on display.
Bunch of block highlights.
And folks,
that's for
that'll
sure.
wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game.
I personally enjoyed the game. Wasn't as high scoring as I would have liked, but whatever. Uh, Awesome post late game situation drill. I think I'll go have a photo session with Kevin Love. Get his My Team card for a mode that I may never play.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Pacers in Indianapolis. We've seen some solid play from this Indiana team recently. They managed to take Game 1 of the season series against this team, looking to seal their series advantage with a win tonight. And with some time here to spare, let's talk leadership in the NBA. Kenny, who would you say are the best leaders on the floor?
Leaders.
Wow. Well, obviously, the great Tim Duncan in the San Antonio Spurs with his leadership with Greg Popovich. They're the top of the list. You know, I also like Kevin Durant. You know, Kevin Durant's leadership is probably unparalleled or underrated, I would say, from his position, because he always has his team in position to win.
There's two type of leaders, Ernie, the vocal leader and the one that leads by example. One of my favorite vocal leaders, Chris Paul. Dirk Nowitzki's not very vocal, but he leads by example. LeBron James does both. Very vocal at times, very animated.
Joakim Noah's not bad either now
Yeah.
for the Bulls, even though he's not the greatest of those players, but he's a good leader.
Yeah, but LeBron does both.
What kind of a leader were you,
I
Shaq?
was vocal. I used to get in people's rack, Ernie. Mess
Did
around
you?
if you want to. Tear the locker room up.
What would you do if you had a guy like Kenny on
I wouldn't
your
do
team?
anything for Kenny because Kenny would make me look good because I know for a fact if I kick it out to Kenny, he's going to knock it down.
And you know, I would be the first thing I would say, if we don't get it to Shaq, I'm slapping someone.
Let's get it to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening.
You just scared me.
Slappity slap. Slap, tap, 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 tap. Say the dance. I won't sing.
It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We'll see Atlanta and Indiana.
Yeah, I remember having
a pretty good game. Of course, the big news, Monte Ellis out,
against,
Clark, with the injury.
Atlanta. I remember being fearful
when he got hurt
of their
in
front
their last
court.
game, Kevin, the hope was that it wasn't too serious, but we now know that's not the case. You really just wish him all the best in the world in coming back from it, but it's a tough blow for them.
Really just a tough loss. I mean, it looks like it will be, guys, a long road for him, but hopefully with the help of the team doctors, he can make that turnaround as quickly as possible.
Ellis must be out.
The starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Teague and Korver are the guards. And it's Sapochnik in at the
so
three,
close.
the small forward. On defense, Indiana. It's a three-point game. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And the basket by
That'll
Good job
help.
threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Teague. He feeds it to Millsap. That's his second shot and his second basket.
Come
He's 2 for 2.
Hill can't give
And
up
a
the
really
inside.
good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
And George, here we go. Here's Moore. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Paul Millsap picks
That'll
one
work.
up. The Pacers shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
And so Moore nails both of them.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Picked by Horford.
Oops, make sure you stay with Horford. Not
Outside
just camp
Millsap.
the lane.
Just 5 on the clock. And Horford wide open. He shoots. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D because that clearly was a breakdown.
Outside, George. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Moore outside. Back to George. Indiana needs to get a shot.
Oh, that was a
Millsap
terrible
with the steal.
call for a pass.
And now here comes Teague leading the break. Offensive rebound. Horford no luck.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Stuckey. The shot's good
Nice.
on the assist by George.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Atlanta leading by 3. There's the pick. Millsap a screen on Hill. Teague dishes to Millsap. Lets it go from 14. And he drops that one in. Millsap's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And Moore kicks to George. And the 3 ball is good. George has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, that's good from Horford. Assist by Teague.
Thought I had a block
Beautiful
on that one.
feed off the bounce to his teammate there.
Didn't
Nicely
really go
done.
for the block.
Pacers trail by
Hands
4.
up on defense there.
Hill kicks to George. and misses it off the right side of the rim.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean,
Whoops.
he has a great
Come on.
feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Indiana called for the foul. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring.
All right, still down by 6. That's not bad.
Pacers shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. On the court for Atlanta, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Teague. And it's Muscala in at the 5.
All right, take the screen.
He's coming off a 10-point game against Brooklyn. There's the
That
bucket.
works.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nets really lit up the floor. He ended with 11 points and really caused problems for shooters with his shot blocking, swatting away any look at the basket. This outing just the latest from him in what has been an incredible display of basketball.
All right, Doris.
It
Thanks so
has
much
been
for the
an
report.
incredible
You had to
display.
just
I will
marvel,
agree there.
guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that win.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time.
I
And while we
didn't
got a moment, let's
foul.
check
It
out the
was
best defenses in the
me.
NBA. Number 1, the
Please,
Pacers.
ref.
Great defenders both individually and collectively. I mean, you can tell they really love accepting that challenge. They can stifle you at that end of the floor.
Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Hardaway. Both free throws good from Turner.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
Schroeder kicks to Sefolosha. There's the pick. Pass to Teague. Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded by Stuckey to the wing right side. Just 5 to shoot. And Teague, here we go. Misses from close range.
Nope.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Hill against Teague. And George kicks to Moore. Shoots on its way from Stuckey for 2. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. The Hawks leading.
Should've
Sefolosha
called for
passes to Teague.
screen.
Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Well, I tell you what, it's easy to get spoiled watching this fella. I mean, he just makes it look so
Man,
simple.
where's my offense gone?
Now, let's take a look at Paul George, some stats on him. How's the last one been for him? First in three-point field goal percentage, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage, really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
And not only is he dialing it up from deep, he's doing it with great
There we
consistency.
go.
One of our league's most efficient three-point shooters.
The Pacers making a change here. Allen's checked in. Here's Teague. Following the basket by Freak. Millsap a screen. Teague dishes to Sefolosha.
So many screens
Outside
being
Millsap.
set.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Teague. No good off the back of the rim. Indiana trailing here. Outside, George. There's the triple. That one goes.
Buries it.
George has got his second bucket of the night.
What are they
Can't leave
thinking
him wide
leaving
open
him
like
with
that.
all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Now here's Millsap. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. And George kicks to Stuckey. Back to George. Fires the 3. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey. And now a 4-point
Back-to-back
Indiana lead.
threes for PG-13.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
You take a look at the Pacers. Very strong season they've had, always conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And checking out Atlanta, they have a lot of ground to make up.
And seeing where Indiana is got to be one of the feel-good stories of this NBA season. Not many people
George
were
with the
talking
block.
about them coming into the start of the year.
He stole my thunder.
Everything is falling into place for them so perfectly.
Singler, he's checked in for Solomon Hill. And the
I
Hawks
actually
making a
get to
change
see
here as
Singler
well.
play. What do you know?
Justin Holiday's checked in for Thabo Cephalosha. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the call will be against Al Horford.
Get him away!
That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Pacers leading by 4. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Now here is Singler. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Hill passes to Moore. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Come on.
Off target on the 15-footer. The Hawks trail by 4. Jerebko kicks to Holiday. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game. Indiana's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. The drive by Hill. The basket drops.
And
one
one.
on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Teague. 5 points in the game. The pass to Horford. Moore with the block.
Okay.
1:29 left to play in the first half. It's George on the wing. Back to Moore. Ring shot on the way.
Why did I do that? What
That's
the
exactly
hell
how
is
you
wrong
have to
with
defend
me?
him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Holiday against Hill. Singler outside. Moore outside. Back to Singler. Lets it go with a 3. Good.
I'm just trying too much now to score, and I'm not going
Getting
to
a
score.
bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
I scored 43
defense is
points, and now
just
my
not
offense
closing
is
out
completely
quick enough.
gone. I just need to come to terms with
Here's
that.
Holiday. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Korver sets the screen for T. And Holiday kicks to Korver. He dishes it to Horford. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. He's got 7.
They've slowed down casting those triples here in the second.
And, Clark, I'd like to see them go back outside. They've been shooting well from the perimeter. Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
And Teague, here we go. Can't hit from the elbow. And we've reached halftime. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
George with a really solid quarter.
Like I'm not even
9
getting
points and 1
looks
rebound.
either.
He's hitting field goals, 3-pointers, using all that range he's got in his arsenal.
And, Clark, you know that just wears defenders down because they have to follow him all over the floor.
Hill and Stuckey are the guard set. Freak is out there with Hill, and it's
There we
George
go.
at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Wow, 40%.
Yeah, they've got to figure out
I'm
a way to
shooting
get a bigger body on him because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work him over the rest of the game.
Millsap misses. Pacers leading by 8. Right side, George. "11 feet away," and again it's Indiana converting.
Okay, that
Really
works.
just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Inside, Horford, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
Indiana's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Here's George. Here's Moore.
Get in there.
It's
Come
rebounded by Paul
on.
Millsap.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Hawks shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. Free throw good, Cephalosha. The Pacers making a switch here. Hill's checked in. Then for the Hawks, Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for T.
No, don't
For
stop.
Atlanta, they come in off the loss to the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
Yeah, and the foul trouble coming down the stretch. You know, they didn't have the
space
guys on
there.
the floor you'd like to have out there, nor could they be as aggressive on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and because of the foul trouble, they really didn't want to incur more foul trouble, so they backed off and became passive, and that's no way to play defense.
Now here is Hill, following the miss by Paul Millsap. Stuckey outside. Freak sets a screen for Stuckey. And Horford pulls it down.
I can't believe I
Horford's
didn't
got
get
4
that.
rebounds now tonight. Here's Cephalosha, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Indiana leading by 6. And it's Hill. That time the assist by Hill.
See, there they
issues
lead him
on
with the
that one.
pass.
Good work all around.
Hawks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half.
What I wanted them to do last time.
Picked by Horford. Schroeder passes to Millsap.
Get out of here.
Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Indiana making some changes. Turner's checked in for Hill. George in for George Hill. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Al Horford is checked in for Mike Muscala. Justin Holiday comes in for Cephalosha. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Teagan for Dennis Schroeder.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Stuckey dishes to Moore. For 3, Hill. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that.
Doing the best I can.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. The Hawks trail by 17. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. On the court right now for the Hawks, Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Then there's Kyle Korver. Then there's Teague, and it's Holiday in at the 2 spot.
Hill,
Indiana's
Solomon
gone 6
Hill
of 10
playing
from three-point
point guard.
range,
That's
up over
interesting.
50% for the ball game. And George, here we go, and he gets the bucket. George has got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for Indiana. Now here's Teague. Passes it to Holiday. To the paint. Here's Horford. And it's good.
Oh,
Through
wow.
contact, gets the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Crafty pass work there, getting it down low for the easy
earthquake.
deuce.
Hill, he's checked in for Indiana. Thabo Cephalosha has checked in for Atlanta.
Yeah,
Nope,
I like that
didn't
they
phase
haven't
him.
lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Come on,
with the
please
bucket.
get in there.
A very hot shooting
He
second half has
let
seen
me
them
hit
bring
an
that
open
field goal
layup.
percentage way up.
Yeah, and they're cruising right now, looking to add to the lead.
Picked by Horford. Teague kicks to Millsap. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Moore's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Reverses. Hill trying to break free. And Freak with the layup. Moore's got 4 points in the quarter.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Horford no luck.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough
really want to throw that
defense.
to Hill with Horford.
And Greg,
just
that's exactly
there.
what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly
and
making his presence felt
one
around the rim.
Suddenly
The
I
shooting
found my
percentage
mojo again.
continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since
There
the
you go,
break.
just taking a deep
In
breath.
sync. Good team basketball.
Letting the shots come to me. That's how you got to do it.
Quality shots.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Corford. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for T. That is good.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far.
And he gets it to go.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Schroeder kicks to Millsap. Now here is Cephalosha, defended by George. Hardaway.
Oh, I couldn't get there in time.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Here's more. And that one comes up a bit short.
Man, that is
I don't know what I was
missed
thinking on that one.
opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
Schroeder with the ball. Rodney Stuckey covering. And that one's good. Millsap.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Should have bodied up and gone for the layup instead on that
Hill.
rebound. I had the mismatch.
There's a screen. An easy layup after
with
coming off the
Cephalosha on
They're
me.
forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Schroeder passes to Millsap. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
Yeah, the
Hill,
chemistry
what are you
has
doing?
been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Moore against Horford. Outside for George. Lets it go from deep. Al Horford with the rebound.
I forgot
Horford's
I saw
got
the
his 7th
icons.
rebound
I
of the
just
game
wanted
with
to
that
shoot
last
that.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
Schroeder kicks to Millsap. And here's Schroeder. Clock at 6. From the arc. Shot is off, so Indiana will take it the other way. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Outside, George to the paint. Here's Moore. Puts up the baby hook. And the bank shot is good.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance.
Yep, here comes
and
the
this will go in the
reserves.
record books as a gaudy win for Indiana.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out.
A bunch of close games yesterday in here. Well, you know what? They've all been
did
blowouts.
a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
Now they've got their sights set on that sweep, Greg, 3-zip. And given what's going on in the first 2 games, my guess is that's what's going to happen.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Freak. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down. As
17 points, 17 rebounds.
He got.
Hill dishes to Moore.
Boom! Make that 19 points and 17
just a
rebounds.
terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And Greg,
Should probably call timeout.
They gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game.
Don't be afraid.
But then I wouldn't have gotten that sweet slam dunk.
Take
Numbers look a little better than it was.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate it.
Yes, guys, I'm here with Paul George.
Well, that was
And
a
is
nice
the team's
turnaround
approach
game
to
there to
defense
start off.
key to
Horrible.
the identity and the team's success as a whole?
It is. I mean, that's something we take pride in. That's something we always took pride in. And, you know, we know games is won on the defensive end. And we know we got to scrap it out on the offensive end, but games is won on the defensive end, and that's what Coach preaches.
Paul, thank you for your time. Guys, a young man with great insight.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now. Freak. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just one basket after another.
He put everything he had into his rebound, and it made a huge difference. This was a taste of what he's capable when he gets his mind that he's going to dominate.
His field goal percentage was excellent, up over 60%. This was a player in total
That was a
control
nice
of his game.
big
He
block
didn't try
there.
to do too much. He didn't get reckless, just took what the defense gave him.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports.
I learned to take what the defense gives me. 19 points, 17 rebounds. Boop. Boop. Alright, what we got next here? Boston elbow beat the pro 15 feet. Oh, my attribute upgrade's going down. Alright, well, we'll get a practice in here. I can at least do beat the pro. Welcome to practice. Splash.
Okay, guys. We need to pick up the intensity. Boston drill.
Boston drill. Hooray. Okay. used the right stick to do a crossover, and apparently the crossover went into the shot. So I threw away my probably going to be my only attempt. Okay, well. Alright. Good strong defense. Got it. Okay, tied this thing up. Apparently he can't handle my sick crossover moves. Alright, let's see if I can get him one more time on the crossover. Oh, still can't handle him. Hey, I won a Boston drill! Woohoo! And a gold! Yes!
All right, fellas, competition time. Beat the pro. Let's go.
Okay, I like beat the pro. I can do this. Whoops. No problem. Flawless victory. Ooh, look at that progress.
Okay, that's it for now. Make sure we're iced up and rested. Go ahead, keep shooting if you want.
Okay. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get here in 10 seconds. Ah ha ha! Nailed it. Okay, three-point shooting is atrocious. Try one from the corner, maybe. Come on, someone can pass me a ball. Hey, there we go. Whoops. I'll try to hit one from here. Nope. Okay, that one didn't work. Got it. Okay, what? Anything here? Nope. Oh. Oh, this one. See if I can do this. Eh, 12.6. I guess that's not bad. That's silver. Alright, let's go play one more game here. Portland.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Pregame show!
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sport. Tonight, we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Portland Trail Blazers. Checking out the Trail Blazers. These guys are playing good basketball with 7 wins in their last 10 games, and they like their chances tonight. One of the bigger stories this offseason, where would LaMarcus Aldridge wind up? Ultimately, he chose to leave Portland. How much does this set the Trailblazers back, Shaq?
Pretty far, Ernie. It's going to be impossible to replace the consistency and the numbers that Aldridge provided. But now, Damian Lillard's team going for it, so he has to keep everybody involved, and he has to be a little bit more consistent, especially when shooting a long-range shot.
Yeah, they're more perimeter-oriented now, but they still have a fantastic group of perimeter players.
That does it for us. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you next time.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And with the road trip approaching, the Pacers will play the final game of their homestand. And of course, they are still without Monte Ellis, Clark.
Kevin, that's a significant blow to them. I mean, their team has an entirely different identity with him out of the lineup. We're not even sure what the identity is yet, but of all the guys to lose, he's the one they could at least afford to.
Yeah, tough to replace.
I forgot to check to see what happened to him.
But even more importantly, probably the leadership that you lose. Now we have to see on this team if they can figure out a way to do it without him. And it's going to be a challenge, but if you're one of the other guys, you got to look at this as an opportunity.
It's okay. I can try my best to carry this team. Paul George and I have this.
We've got Davis. Henderson out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Mo Harkless, and it's Kaman in at the pivot spot.
I'm going to let you make that shot.
Hill dishes to Moore. Down low. And George kicks to Moore. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The alley-oop. It's deflected.
Oh.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Davis sets a screen. Lillard the pass to Henderson. Pulls from the top of the key, and the shot is good.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, here's what Portland's head coach had to say when we spoke earlier. He said that one of the players are keying in on defensively is Rodney Stuckey, adding he loves to use his size and his strength to play bully ball inside and get himself to the line. We've got to be physical with him without fouling. Guys, that'll take discipline. We'll see if they can strike the right balance on defense.
Thanks again, Doris.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
The drive by Hill. Here's George. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
Nice.
George has got his
ball
first
movement
points in this one.
And the offense, I mean, 3 of 4, a solid start for this game.
Came in a screen. Lillard outside. Pass to Henderson. Came in a screen on Hill. Releases from 15. Rebounded by Moore.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Hill dishes to Moore. And Portland with the rebound. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor.
I can't do that until I get more attribute
time and time
upgrades.
again.
Yeah, just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it.
Now here's Kamen following the miss by Freak. 14 feet away, and it's Kamen missing. The Pacers have
I think
gone
he can
3
hit
of
that.
5 shooting the ball so far. Hill with it. Lillard picks him up, and it's Moore penetrating, can't hit. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Last time they met was in Portland this season.
And the last time these teams met, it was a walk in the park.
Okay,
And
so apparently
got
I
in
just
on
need
the
to
act.
stick
Their
to
bench
jump shots.
Was spectacular in that win.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the starters were extremely happy to get some rest and let the bench guys do the heavy lifting. Definitely a feel-good win for the team.
No!
Can't get
No!
it to go. Kamen with the defensive effort.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter.
What did I
just
say
a
about
bit.
jump
Hasn't
shots?
been able to get
Wow,
a
I'm
whole
1
lot
for
to
4
go
to
so
start
far.
this game.
Kamen a
So
screen
much
on
for my
Stuck.
good field goal
And
percentage.
Lillard kicks to Kamen from 10 feet out. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Kamen's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which equal to transition points. Make the
How's he
defense
holding that
move,
clipboard?
And let's pass up a good shot for a great shot. Let the game come to you. We're forcing the issue too much.
Oh yeah, spam phone calls
So
are
the
out and
title
about
improving
this
now
morning.
for Indiana. Turner's checked in.
I'm already on the bench. That's pathetic.
Portland leading by 3. Moore. He's in at power forward. Rodney Stuckey out there with Hill. Then there's Allen. And it's George in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin
I've
the
been
second
relegated
quarter for the
to
Pacers.
second unit
Now
status.
Stuckey after the missed 3 by Gerald Henderson. Outside, George.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Passes to Moore. Damian Lillard pulls it in.
yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
The Trailblazers shooting their
I
first
can't
free
hit
throw.
anything right
First trip to the
now.
line in this one. That's good from Harkless. He doesn't get the second one. Pacers trail by 4. Moore passes to Hill. Back to Moore. It's Hill on the wing. Outside, George. He feeds it to Moore.
Come on, come on, there we go.
Ticks down.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
That'll
Let's
get
go
me
now
going.
to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hawks put on a show. He ended with 19 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a roll like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you've got a thoroughbred like him, I think you've got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
Here's Stuckey after the basket by Noah Vonleh.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Okay, come on, guys. We got to get back in this.
He had 28 points in the win against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And not just the scoring, it was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well.
Now here's Stuckey after the miss from Damian Lillard. Moore dishes to Hill. Here's George. That's in. And he's
nice. There we go. That's
a
good possession right there.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple.
And let's get this update now
Got it.
from
Keep it
Doris
simple.
Workers across the way on the
So
sideline.
we need to run
Hey,
a
Kevin, during that last
360
break, I heard
alley-oop,
Frank Vogel
fake
addressing
dunk,
his team.
pass, jump
He made
shot
it clear that their offense needed to run through
into
Paul
a
George.
spinorama
Coach
layup.
is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the
complex.
ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Here is Stuckey following the score by Damian Lillard. Stuckey outside. Left side, George puts up a 3, and good.
Nice. There we go.
Stuckey. And it's 9 points for Paul George. Portland leading. The dish now to Harkless. Over to the wing. Kamen, a screen on Hill. Henderson kicks to Kamen.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul. He'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
First trip to the line for him here. Singler, he's checked in for Indiana. Hill comes in for Rodney Stuckey.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well, seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
On the wing, Singler. Graham defending. Singler, no good.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Came in a screen on Hill. Augustine passes to Keenan.
2 minutes.
Augustine against Hill. Graham dishes to Augustine. Davis setting the pick for Augustine. Shot from the wing. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
Here's more. Portland making their last shot. Fires for 3. Hill, no good. Portland leading by 4. Hill with some nice D.
Yeah, I'll run down.
Indiana's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Moore outside. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
There we go.
And that's now 6 points for Freak.
Advantage of some
I
slacking
love
defense.
the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
It's rebounded by Indiana.
Oh,
Moore's got 7 rebounds in the game. Hill kicks to Moore. And the foul on Chris King. That is his first foul
just
of the
a
game.
blocking foul?
Yeah, that's a tough call right right there.
Ooh, I was in a shooting motion.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Turner's checked in for the Pacers. Mike Scott comes in for Freak, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game.
Yes, very close game.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
Jordan with a really solid score. 9 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
I should say
and when it's all said and done,
watch these guys all magically teleport. Boom, yes.
He's going to have a few more.
Okay, they're starting.
Portland trailing here on the court for the Trailblazers. Davis is out there with Chris Kaman. Then there's
Harkless, not Harkless.
Then it's Henderson, and it's Lillard in at the point. Plays it up and puts it in.
Good
Lillard's
finish.
got the first points to start out the third quarter for Portland. And the Pacers with possession here. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was.
Nice move.
Yeah,
good power.
I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
Pass to Harkless. Back to Lillard. And here is Harkless. Kaman passes to Henderson. Back to Kaman. Hill with some nice D.
I'm a fan of anybody.
Hey, I got
who
some
defends
nice
that
D
way.
assisting
I mean, they
there,
weren't
too.
about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Davis against Hill.
He waited too long to make that pass.
Lillard outside. Back to Kaman. Puts up the baby hook. Moore with the block. Now the Pacers moving it up.
All the
Here's
way, George.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
And finished off by Kaman.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Right side Hill.
I am stuck in the lane.
It's back to Hill. 5 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Moore
Like that.
with the bucket.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Trailblazers trail by 3.
Shot up.
Kaman a screen. Lillard dishes to Kaman. Pops loose off the pick and
Come on,
hammers it
Hill.
home.
Defense.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Hill kicks to Moore. George passes to Hill. The kick out to Hill. Freak sets a screen for Hill. Offensive rebound. And another
Offensive
hit.
rebound.
Once more.
Offensive
from Moore.
putback.
Moore's got the lead up to 3 now for the
I guess
Pacers.
I don't really need to see it say offensive putback.
Lillard attacking. Battles through traffic.
Offensive
and lays it
rebound
in.
and then the putback.
Lillard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Outside for George. All sorts of time, and the Pacers tack on 2 more.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Harkless dishes to Kaman. can't get it to go. Hill with some nice D.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Stuckey kicks to Moore, and he gets it to go. Now it's a 5-point Indiana lead.
And at
Finding
the
some
offensive end,
openings.
he's done about as much as they could have hoped for.
Getting a lot of steps
today.
here on
Feeds to
Blazers,
Keenan.
big man.
Shoots from the baseline, and it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. And some changes here for the Pacers.
Wasn't playing physical
Allen's
enough on
checked in for
defense.
Hill.
Oops.
And it's Hill in for Paul George. Mason Plumlee's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard the pass to Davis. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot.
Well, now I'm playing physical.
It's going to be on Freak. The Trailblazers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. He's off on the 1st. Indiana making some changes. Turner comes in for Freak, and it's Scott in for Rodney Stuckey.
Ooh, all tied up in the 4th quarter. Had a couple blowouts, but this one looks like it may go down to the wire.
Pacers shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Moore in at power forward. Solomon Hill is out there with Rodney Stuckey. Then it's Paul George, and it's Turner in at the 5 down low.
Nice.
So that's the group out there for Indiana.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Moore with the block.
Woohoo!
Here's Indiana. They're on a 14-6 run. Stuckey dishes to George. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Big time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Kaman comes in for Noah Vonleh, and Harkless is subbed in for Augustine. Outside Hill. Kicks to Moore. Turner against Kaman. It's George on the wing. Pulls up. And right on target with the switch. George has got 19 points. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
Yeah, and nobody giving up any ground either way, fella.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
Lillard against Hill.
Kind of patrolling here just in case I need to step in.
Lillard up top. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Portland again missing. Indiana leading.
Oh, we've got numbers.
Here we go. It's
oh! No!
Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. One kick kicks to Lillard. And the 3 off target. For Indiana, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. Moore passes to Hill. Outside, George. George gets a screen from Moore. And George, here we go. Terrific design on the pick play. And he lays
That's
it
a big
in.
mismatch.
George has got 12 points in just the second half. Trailblazers trail by 3. Let's catch up with Dorian.
Strong shot blocker. Got it.
Looks. Kevin.
All right, Doris. Catching up on the changes now.
He's likely to bite on a pump.
Hill comes in for Turner. And George Hills subbed in for Hill. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Lillard dishes to Henderson. Takes a shot at the elbow. Portland again missing.
and they've had the edge in rebounding all night long, and none bigger than that one right there.
And guys, you've seen it countless times in a close game. Hustle plays can really make the difference.
And for Portland, they're shooting for the game at 42%. And Lillard kicks to Henderson.
I should have shot it
Here's
right away.
Kaman, and it falls over the rim and in.
That's on me. I don't know why I dribbled that. I expected him to come close
Not
out.
only perfect execution, how about perfect timing, too?
Hill drives in. Solid shot from the distance.
Yeah,
of
there we go.
14 feet. And the Pacers lead by 3.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And Lillard kicks to left.
All right, we'll find out how good a free throw shooter you are.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team.
Ed Davis is checked in for Chris Kaman. Both free throws
didn't
good
affect
from
him at
Len.
all.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Pick up by Hill. Hill kicks to George. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got his 6th assist on the night.
A very good half for them from the field. They've got their shooting percentage up over 50%.
Yeah, their offense heating up, and anytime you shoot it this well, you're going to give yourself a chance to get the
Blasted
dunk.
hierarchy
He is
shot.
pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing.
We got to be more physical on defense.
Trailblazers making a switch here.
Way
In.
Ed Davis.
Perimeter. Posts. Rotate.
Pacers have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Hill passes to George. Outside Hill. And so he draws the foul on the shot.
Okay.
A trip to the
Good job.
line to
Good
shoot
job
2.
drawing foul.
Shooting for Indiana, Jordan Hill.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And that was huge right there. Just as cool as he could be. And he's been clutch at the line there in a very tense moment.
Protect the lead. Got it.
.146 left to play in the final quarter. Plumlee with a screen on Hill. Lillard attacking. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Lillard having a good one. He's got 13 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt they'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team.
Probably isn't
Get
going to
good
affect
assist
them at
numbers
all.
all the way around.
And both free throws good
Nope.
for Damian Lillard.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Stuckey drives inside. He used that
Nice.
just right. And the Pacers lead by 3.
Perfect screen there.
Got to keep that 3-point lead.
Look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the
It'd
defender
be nice to get
didn't do his job as well as he could
defensive
have.
stop here and maybe put it up to 5 points. Stuckey, get out of my way.
Lillard outside. And he gets it to go. Lillard's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
And George, here we go.
Okay. Earn some more shots at the line. Put us in the bonus too.
At the line for your Pacers,
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
This is a positive trend.
One
for
more,
him,
George. Come on.
Especially here in the second half. Shooting just above 80% right now. And that's more than respectable. That's good free throw shooting.
1:15 left in the game. Hill against Lillard. To tie it up. Cannot hit. So the Pacers will take it the other way.
I thought he was going to hit that.
Stuckey outside. The pass to Moore. And lots of contact
thank
there.
you.
Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Talk about great numbers for free. He's got 13 rebounds and 3 blocks. He's doing all the things you can ask of a player in the low post.
Definitely, it's the blocks, the rebounds, you name it, he's done it.
Oh, I must be getting tired. My free throw rating's down to 90.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line.
I don't think
And
I've
it's a
run out of
5-point
boost
game.
yet.
That was a
Maybe I
critical trip
have.
to the stripe. They have a 2-possession lead now.
Lillard against Hill. Lillard outside. Henderson against Stuckey. 5 to shoot. Left side, Davis pulls up on the wing. Money! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Boy, he quieted the crowd with that big shot. That's a big play.
Ouch, that was a punch in the gut to these fans.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Wow.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses.
I must have run out of
they're
boost.
right there within
'cause I
range.
should
You
be
know,
at 95
late game
with
free
it.
throws are a lot different.
That's okay. My free
early
throws
game
are
free
still
throws
great
in
either
terms of
way.
There's 21 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. It's rebounded by Indiana, and so they foul intentionally.
Good strong shot defense there.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good.
Good job, Hill. Good job.
And it's a 7-point game.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those. And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one, Clark.
Yeah, as a former outstanding rebounder myself, I can certainly appreciate what this guy is doing. An extraordinary combination of talent and desire.
Woohoo!
What allows him to do what he's done today. Great.
Well, there's that close
So
one.
it's
Couple
Indiana
blowouts and then a nice, good close one.
I'm alongside Paul.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Paul George. During the second half, it seemed like he was simply on a mission. Really didn't let up.
Well, Paul George showing us again tonight why he is one of the...
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed.
I did enjoy it. Whatever it was. Okay. Team stats. Nope, I want individual stats. No, that's not what I want to do. Okay, what happened? Ooh, right foot stress fracture, out 4 to 6 weeks. Ooh, that sucks. Let's bring up this. Okay, so I want to go, okay, back to February 12th. Nope, I need to go to League social feed. I don't think it's going to go back that far, nope. Well, I guess I'll never know how Kyle Singler got traded here and what we gave up. I don't even trying to remember all the guys on the team at the start. Oh, that's the wrong guy anyway. Oh, here we go. For Glenn Robinson III. Well, okie dokie then. Well, that's where things are going to end for today. Got a solid 3 games in there, and a couple blowouts, one close one there to end it. But hey, 3 wins nonetheless, so I'd say that's a good day. End of the stream spiel. Twitter is at 4moresports. YouTube is youtube.com/DSADeathAndy589. Same as my Twitch username. Stumble on my own username there. Twitter is just where I post general stream information, so if you want to stay in the know on what's going on, that's going to be the best place to go. YouTube is where I upload all my streams, so all my past ones are up there already. All the future ones that I do will be uploaded there. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can find a link to my Twitch channel as well as my Twitter page in the description below. And if you are watching this on YouTube, feel free to hit that subscribe button and give this video a good old thumbs up. And last but not least, if you'd like to help support the stream, the 3 big ways you can do so. Number 1 is you can follow me here on Twitch and continue to come back and watch yourself. Number 2 is you can donate to the stream and help keep things running here on a consistent basis, helping to cover general living costs, buying games to play on the stream, and of course upgrading stream equipment. But I'm never going to shake you down for money. You're always welcome to come here and watch the stream, which brings me to the 3rd way you can help out. Is just a simple share with friends, family. If you're a fellow streamer or have a YouTube gaming channel and want to do a promote, just direct message me on Twitter and we can work out the details there. Coming up this afternoon, I'll be back on for a good couple hours. Probably in Destiny. I think I'm going to continue to work on leveling my Hunter and maybe my Warlock too. We'll see what else pops up as well. So right now, Destiny is the plan for this afternoon, but who knows? Things could always change. But I think that wraps everything up now for sure. So until the next point you decide to tune in, I will see you at that point. But until then, have a great